Vanguard Life Strategy 100% equity fund. Any good? Well, here's a bit of problem with it. These are the underlying Vanguard funds that Vanguard invests its Vanguard fund into. Yeah, you get the problem. Layers of fees. And you could have replicated this yourself, which is what annoys me the most about it. Now, you might say, little, I'd rather pay away lots of money to somebody to give relatively poor performance to what I could have just done myself. And just had index trackers. Each one of these has exchange traded funds. You could have just got the exchange traded fund and done it with the exact same allocations. They're not going to change these allocations much, okay? So that's the first point. The second thing is you might not want this. You might have wanted something a bit more bespoke and suitable to you. For instance, you might have said, well, actually, the FTSE developed world, I bet you most of that is the US market. I've already got the US market, so 50% in the US market. You say, well, actually, I don't want the whole US market. I actually want, I don't know, you might want Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Micron, Applied Materials, Alphabet, did I say that already? NVIDIA, rather than say the S&P 500. Or you might say, well, actually, I want a bit of zip, so I want the NASDAQ 100, not the S&P, which the NASDAQ tends to outperform the S&P. So there you go. You can just beat the S&P market anyway that way. So, oh, and by the way, you've got a bit more there. I mean, basically what they've done is a glorified S&P tracker, but they've only gone and put 60% in it. And the rest has not been in what's been the biggest growth area. I mean, the FTSE 100 has done well over the past 12 months, which is rare, but they've only got 2.9% in. So, you know, this whole delegation and giving it to somebody else, well, it's not what the wealthiest people do. They tend to manage their own investments. Just go to a Costa Coffee on a Sunday morning. You'll see all the Sunday Times and the Sunday Telegraph readers who are looking at the SIP and money section doing it themselves. And that's why. But I would say don't be overly overweight on the UK market. Key thing is, what's your risk appetite? And what's your risk capacity? In other words, make sure, and here are the simple rules, you've got 20 to 40 stocks, so that's 2.5% to 5% in each. You've got enough capital that you're never a forced seller of your portfolio if there's a downturn, and the downturn never causes you to lose sleep and think portfolio level. So a downturn of 15% in your portfolio, if that's your risk capacity you believe, then make sure that historically, whichever securities you have collectively have not dropped more than that. At the portfolio level, might drop 3 times that. But you're not supposed to worry individual stock level. You worry at the portfolio level. Don't expect every stock to go up and allow for that as well. All of those sort of simple rules. But most importantly, the stocks that you have, value, growth, income, cash flow, you're holding for 12 months, rebalancing at the end of each year, back to 2.5% to 5% in each, based on whether you got 20 to 40 securities. And as I said, value, growth, income, cash flow, those are the factors which are most important, i.e. quality companies, and then you leave them alone. You don't keep trying to trade them and move back. Right there, all done. Or you can pay it away to Fidelity. They won't do that. They'll charge you a lot more money to do it. Cost comparison for a £10,000 investment. Well, average similar fund. Really? Which one was that? Okay, this fund, you're paying that much. Over what period? Oh, over that one period. Well, you could have saved that, and you keep going on and on and on over a prolonged period of time. You save the money in any event. So that's what worries me about these funds. They're just charging you to do something you could have just done yourself, and you're not getting what you want. Because usually people come to me and say, I've got the life strategy, whether it's 100% or 80 or 60%, and they say the performance is poor. This is 100% equities. And they're not happy with the performance. Of course they're not, because it's all spray and pray, overlapping, spread widely. The fees are not what's killing you. It's just that you've not got the kind of securities you want, and the securities that you might want, you've got so little money in them. So if you're more into managing it yourself because you've got the confidence or the ability and the know-how, then that's where we come in at alpeshpatel.com. Have a look at that. We'll teach you for free. alpeshpatel.com.